Well, we've had Minimax and Junior and Senior Rotax. IAME Cadet always breeds excitement. Thompson and Edgar on the front row. The rookie Ratican alongside Marlowe. Dimitrov, Bunce, Barnard, Henderson, Martland and Keneally in the top 10. Watch just below the top 10 as well. Dexter Patterson in P12. Lorcan Hannafin in 19th on the grid. And in the lower positions, there's a lot of talented racers to keep an eye on as well. Away we go, off to the first corner. And Johnny Edgar trying his best to pull across. A couple of drivers on the grass as they make their way back into formation. And there's a little bit of jostling in the mid-pack. That's the 50 sliding wide. A little bit of loading there for poor Dylan Hodgkin. But Johnny Edgar, championship leader, out in front of this one with the 71 of Harry Thompson right on his tail as they make their way through the first corners for the first time. And it got a little bit close for comfort there in the hairpin. But they are all through. Pretty safe and sound for the moment. But battle is definitely joined now. Trying to go three wide in the middle of the S is not necessarily the best move, but they managed to sort themselves out okay. So it's Edgar from Thompson, and in third position, right on the tail, the 21 of Josh Ratican, the rookie, doing an absolutely fantastic job right up in the top three of this race, and he seems to have the pace to match both Edgar and Thompson, so he could well throw a bit of a spanner into the works here at Fusion and get the victory himself. Alan has rejoined me. Great battle in the IAME Cadet so far.
Yeah, Josh Ratican, the rookie, in third place. Great to see drivers joining the championship in the first season and running right at the front of the field. Josh Ratican clearly going to be a player for the championship over the next couple of seasons in the IAME Cadet class.
Have I just spotted Finley Bunce making up a move or two? I think I have. He's up there in third place all of a sudden behind the Fusion boys, so a couple of good moves there, and Finley Bunce finds himself right up in the top three. Great work there from the AIM driver as he now heads the chasing pack of the Fusion squad. The 15 is there in fourth place now. That is Taylor Barnard. So there's a shuffling of the deck once again. Hopefully that's not going to leave Ratican too disheartened. He's there in fifth place in front of Henderson. So there's still a great battle. In the midfield now we watch as the 33 goes to battle. Maxwell Dodds trying to move his way up through the field. He's got his teammate Georgi Dimitrov just behind him. He looks as though Lorcan Hannafin's in that mix as well. Ravenscroft up the inside, trying to make the move. And the 19 of Hunt and the 17 of Alicia Barrett trying to gain some ground there as well. Alicia Barrett, very talented racing driver, coached by Alice Powell, of course. So she's obviously getting coaching from one of the best in single-seater racing.
Lorcan Hannafin down in 18th place currently. He's been running right at the front of the field, hasn't he, in the last few rounds. You see Dexter Patterson there, orange helmet. He's right on the back of this lead group. He's going to be making his bid for the lead at some point as well.
Couldn't agree more. Dexter Patterson, very talented young racing driver. I've been watching him all season long, not just in Super One, but elsewhere as well. And he has been an absolutely stunning little racing driver all season long. He seems to pull victory out of adversity more often than not as he closes up on the 12 of Owen Marlowe, who is right in this mix to try and move himself that little bit closer to the top six. Great shot once again from the S's as the field gets that little bit closer to the leaders once again. But look at Edgar just controlling the pace here in front of the 71 of Thompson. Fantastic stuff. Finley Bunce in third position in the 58, really pulling out an incredible show here.
Edgar leads it then from Thompson, Bunce, Ratican. Patterson's made his way up to fifth from Barnard, Marlowe, Henderson, Taylor, and Bray Keneally rounds out the top 10.
Absolutely incredible run from Patterson then up to fifth position. The last time we spoke about him, he was behind Marlowe, and now he's up to fifth place. So Patterson is charging forward, and it's not going to be long before he closes up on his teammate, Finley Bunce. Reggie Dewey, leading privateer. Good to see the 66 putting on a good show. He's in amongst the mix of Fusion Motorsport karts. So obviously a good run from Reggie Dewey so far, and it's always good to see a privateer taking on the might of the big teams and proving that they're just as talented. Bunce again tightening up to the Fusion boys out front. Edgar and Thompson, they're not giving him an inch of opportunity, and up to fourth place has come Dexter Patterson.
He's got a bit of a gap to make up. If these three work together, it'll be difficult for Dexter to make that gap up, but he seems to have the pace to do it, undoubtedly. So you can see the scoreboard in the background pick out the drivers that your favourites, but it's Johnny Edgar that leads it from Harry Thompson in second, Finley Bunce with the orange helmet in third place, and Patterson gets that much closer, and he is about to make a 3-kart train, a 4-kart train as they come down through the S's and down Syme Sweep one more time.
And behind them up to fifth position has come Owen Marlowe, so a good run from Marlowe in the last couple of corners. Good to see him right up in the top six. Here goes Bunce, he's got to make the move now. Up to second place he goes, nicely done. Thompson manages to catch the line back on the undercut. So he's there in third position, trying to hold off Dexter Patterson. 6 points off the championship lead after the third round of the series, of course, Patterson. So this is a big opportunity for him to close up on these boys and make a move. Finley Bunce is having a go at Johnny Edgar up the inside. Beautifully done. That was textbook. And Thompson's going to get through as well. Edgar's going to run wide and Patterson's through to third. Patterson now up the inside. Bunce is down to fourth position himself. So Thompson now leads it. Incredible battle between these four.
Finley Bunce fourth in the championship after round one. He was 12th after round three, which was the second round of the championship for IAME Cadet. Different classes appear at different rounds this year, and that looks like Edgar running wide, and he's lost a Rucker place. He's down to seventh for Johnny Edgar, championship leader.
Right behind Piers Henderson now, the 37. Unbelievable run from Piers as well. Started P8. He's had a bit of a jostle, but he's there in sixth position, and he's there on merit. Good to see him right up behind Rattigan. Edgar's seventh from Barnard, Martland and Bray Keneally. Here we go for the lead again as Thompson makes his move on the inside of Patterson. He's gone through nicely. Oh, there's a little bit of jostling. Piers Henderson goes up and over, and he manages to keep it together.
I'm not sure how he's kept that on the track. Let's have a look at the replay. Came out of the hairpin. Too many carts in too small piece of tarmac. You've got Dexter Patterson on the outside, but it was the 37 over the top, and he just manages to keep it together.
My word, Piers Henderson has just become the Buckmore Park British Bucking Bronco champion, hasn't he? Manages to keep it together and keep it on the island. Up to second place as a result of all of that is now Owen Marlowe, right on the tail of Thompson. So a cracking battle has just got hotter. Patterson is third from Rattigan, Henderson, Bunce, Barnard, Edgar, Taylor, and up to 10th position has now come Brendan Martland, I think that is now, who's right up into the mix. So it's still not over yet. If anything, we've just got started.
Thompson, Marlowe and Patterson, the lead three. Rattigan still there in fourth place with 4 laps remaining as they went through the line that time.
We're watching the lower league battle there just a little bit. That was Alicia Goundry at the head of that field. Great to see her getting in the mix as well. Another talented female racing driver with a long way to go in the world of British karting. But Owen Marlowe back at the front with Thompson. Harry Thompson has had so much bad luck this year, it's unbelievable, but now he finally seems to have hit the front in fine style. Dexter Patterson in third position, desperately trying to catch these two, and with 3 laps to go, it looks as if it's almost impossible to get himself back into the mix. That is a big gap to make up, but if Owen Marlowe tries a move and it holds them up, then it's open house once again.
These two well clear, they should be battling for the win. Johnny Edgar, the championship leader, down in, I think that's 8th place. There he is in the O plate. He won't like that. He was leading this race early on. He's got it all to do now. I
think Finley Bunce has made up a move or two to get himself into 5th position. He's battling again with Piers Henderson. Johnny Edgar just sitting in 8th place, watching and waiting for an opportune moment. Owen Marlowe again all over the back of Thompson, but he's not going to make the move until he's ready and he knows when the overtake will come. Rattigan still right up there in the top 4, right on the back of Dexter Patterson as we sweep through into the penultimate lap of the race at Buckmore Park, and Thompson knows that he's got the dial turned up. He's under massive pressure here. Owen Marlowe really starting to eat into that little advantage he's got, inch by inch, millimetre by millimetre. He's going to want to nail him in the mid part of the lap as Finley Bunce hangs on to his move over Josh Rattigan. Henderson still very much in that little gaggle too, and Johnny Edgar has made up an overtake. In fact, that is Henderson he's got past. Reggie Dewey is the fastest man on track at the moment, the leading privateer. So all this battling means that Reggie is able to show his form around this fantastic Buckmore Park circuit. We're into the final lap nearly. Into the left, into the right. It's now or never for Owen Marlowe. You've seized your opportunity to get up to the front. Now you need to make a move, and he's having a go into the final lap. He looks to the outside, tucks back in. He's trying to put Thompson off. Thompson is defending valiantly. Marlowe is still there around the outside. He can get the switch back, but he's got the inside line. Thompson for the next corner. Marlowe dives all over the place, trying to make the move, and they've lost all that time. Here's Dexter Patterson, leading rookie Josh Rattigan in 5th position because Bunce has got back through, and they're still jostling in the mid-pack as well, just behind the top 5. But who's going to be able to take this one? Owen Marlowe still holding on to that second place. Reggie Dewey is knocking on the door of the top 8 as well. Here comes Marlowe. Can he get the move done on Thompson? No, he can't. Patterson is right in there. Bunce and Rattigan not far away either, and they're swarming about all over the circuit. Into the left, into the right. It's going to be close. Patterson is going to try and hold on to this one in the top 3. Oh, it's a victory for Harry Thompson, and he'll be delighted with that one. Harry Thompson hangs on in there in fine style. Drama at the end of the race as Owen Marlowe is excluded for a technical infringement to do with the carburettor. So Dexter Patterson is second from Finley Bunce, Josh Rattigan in a fine fourth place, Edgar in the O-plate from Henderson, Barnard, the leading privateer Reggie Dewey, Brandon Martland and Joseph Taylor. And look at what that's done in the championship. Johnny Edgar just 6 ahead of Dexter Patterson with Thompson snapping at their heels. More after the break here at Buckmore.